Look at this, what happened to my house. Yeah, this piece fell off. All right, I might have coronavirus. I might be a little sick. And there might be a blizzard out there. That doesn't mean you have to stop learning English, right? In today's English lesson, we're gonna learn some English in a blizzard. The teacher who has coronavirus. We're gonna call this English Teacher Challenge number 12. I just need to get dressed first. Although, the title of a video that sounds something like English teacher with coronavirus teaches in a blizzard in a bathrobe, it does have a nice ring to it. When we say something has a nice ring to it, we mean it sounds good, but that's just stupid, right? Walking around in a blizzard in a bathrobe. No, I draw the line there. Like, that's too far. That's a line I will not cross. But I will teach out there. A little sick. Lots of blowing snow. It'll be fine, just like I said. Let me get dressed. All right, maybe I'll just do a little bit of the English lesson in my bathrobe, because it's not an English teacher challenge unless it's hard, right? So in today's English lesson, I want to talk about two words, raw and white. And you may not know there are multiple meanings for both of these words, and both of those words can describe a day like today. Yeah, so this is teaching English in a blizzard, and look at this, what happened to my house. Yeah, this piece fell off. I'll have to fix that when I feel better. So let's talk about raw. there's a couple different ways to talk about raw. One is when you're talking about food. That's food that's uncooked. So you can have raw food that will hurt you. It's hard to feel my face right now. Wow, so raw food can hurt you, like raw meat that's uncooked. I'm trying to get over this snowbank. You can have raw eggs. Ah, man, my face is immediately frozen. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. If I'm facing away from the wind, it's not as bad. Let's walk this way. Oh my gosh, not even kidding. I didn't think it would be this bad. We're talking about raw, aren't we? So you can also have raw carrots though. Those won't hurt you. But you could have raw weather, which is what this is. Anytime it's windy and cold, it's gonna be raw. Doesn't have to be snow. There could be nothing falling from the sky. We call that stuff precipitation. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, that's all precipitation. But if the weather is raw, it's cold and windy. Could be rainy. Could be snowy, could be doing nothing. Another way we use raw is your skin. And this is what made me think of the lesson. Because I have been sick, I have been wiping my nose a lot with tissues, and it's making my skin raw. That is when a few layers of skin have rubbed off and it hurts. And it might become red. So the skin right below my nose and right above my lip is raw. I'm gonna talk about white here in a minute, but there's one more way that we use raw. And that is when someone is new at something. We might call them raw. So maybe when you first started learning English, you were raw. You didn't know a lot about it. Let's say there's a firefighter. That job can be pretty hard. It can be pretty complicated. Someone on the job for only a few days can be called raw. And they might get somebody hurt if they don't know what they're doing. I'm sure I was a raw teacher my first couple years of teaching. I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to teach English in a blizzard like this, but I'm not raw. I'm seasoned. That's the opposite of raw. We could call someone who has been teaching for a long time a seasoned teacher, or we could call them a seasoned firefighter. All right, let's talk about, let's talk my face. No, before my face falls off from freezing, let's talk about two ways we might use white. And it's on a day like today when you can't even see down the street because of all the blowing snow. We would call these whiteout conditions. Very dangerous for driving, which is why I don't really mind standing in the middle of this street. I don't think there will be any cars out here on the road today. You can hardly see my house up the street. All right, let's go back into the wind. I'm not using a microphone today. I'm just using the one on my GoPro. I hope you will be able to hear me. It's just way too wet out here for that microphone. All right, one other way you might hear white used, and that is white knuckle. I'm not gonna take my gloves off. It's too cold for that, but my knuckles are that part right there. I wish I had two hands. I wish I had three hands. I have one that holds the camera, and I wish I had another one to point to my knuckles, but that's my knuckle. On a day like today, if you had to drive out here in this weather, we would call it white knuckle driving, because your hands would be gripping the steering wheel so tightly that your knuckles might get white. Oh. Let me know in the comments section. Well, first of all, am I an idiot? Is this just dumb? You may be thinking, Brent, you're sick. You have coronavirus. You're only gonna get sicker. I don't think I can get more sick from being out in the cold, can I? I've been out here for, looks like about 6-7 minutes. I promise I'll go inside, have some chicken soup right after this. I'll warm my face somehow. Yeah, it's not as bad. That was crazy though, when I first walked out and the wind was blowing right into my face. That was bad. All right, so yeah, let me know in the comments section though, for real. Let me know in the comments section if you have ever experienced weather like this. All right, this was English Teacher Challenge number 12. If you want a whole playlist of English Teacher challenges, it's right up there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.